I'm here with Allan Connolly today, and we're talking about Global Entrepreneurship Network. It's coming here to Australia, or it is here in Australia. Allan, how are you?
Very good, thank you, Bass.
Excellent. Tell us a little bit about the Global Entrepreneurship Network.
So, Global Entrepreneurship Network is an initiative from the Kaufman Foundation from Kansas in America and Gordon Brown from the UK. So about 11 years ago, there was a Global Entrepreneurship Week in London, and Kaufman Foundation visited. They liked that Global Entrepreneurship Week, so they took it back to Kansas. And then through their interested parties, Global Entrepreneurship Week 11 years later now goes out to, is celebrated in 172 countries.
Excellent. Is it here already in Australia, and is it here in Perth?
Startup Huddle is new to Australia. Perth is very fortunate to be the first state to roll out a Startup Huddle. And we have two on the go at the moment. So we have Startup Huddle Perth, which is kindly hosted at Tankstream Labs. And then we have Startup Huddle Fremantle, which is kindly hosted by ThinkLab Co-working Space.
And it's recently come here to Perth, Allan.
Yes, and that's the whole point, is that it's not very often that Western Australia gets the opportunity to be first. So it's a global organisation. It has around 10 million participants in its Global Entrepreneurship Week. It's a significant organisation, and we should be part of that organisation. Each year there is a congress. The congress last year was in Istanbul. Absolutely amazing. 6,000 attendees, 2,500 global delegates, and the outcome was that we now have ministers all around the world working on policy around entrepreneurship. It's been well documented now, and even here in Australia, that entrepreneurship is the way forward to ease some of our economic woes, evidenced by the fact that Queensland now has not a chief scientist, but a chief entrepreneur in Steve Baxter from Shark Tank. And South Australia have just appointed a chief entrepreneur too. So it won't be long before the rest of the states see the value in that, and they have chief entrepreneurs as well.
Excellent. Tell us a little bit about the benefits to startups, to young entrepreneurs here in Perth, in WA. What can they expect by coming to a Startup Huddle?
So we had a form of Startup Huddle today in the city of Joondalup that was attended by some of their economic development team. The manager of the research unit, Darren, was there from ECU. The initiatives, they're in the community. We're unaware of them because they keep their heads pretty low. They may not be involved in an incubator or an accelerator, or they may not come into the city. But by holding that Startup Huddle today, they came out and they told their story. And everybody who attended absolutely applauded and wants to get behind both of those organisations.
It sounds like a great initiative. Al, what would you say to encourage people to connect, or to assist, or to volunteer, or to be part of this initiative, part of Gen Australia?
The whole point now is that we have to take responsibility for all of our own actions. We can't just look at government and say that they've got all the solutions. They haven't. But when we actually get together and we discuss what a community needs, how entrepreneurship in that community can have a real benefit, how it can create jobs, how it can create opportunity. Once you allow people to unleash their ideas, it's surprised how many ideas get unleashed. And if it's got public support, then implementation is almost a formality. So they should go to genglobal.org/Australia or startuphuddle.co.
Wonderful. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you, Bass.
I'm Tadros for Undercurrent.